Love, light, and blessings. This is Shamanic Awak Priestess here, and I wanted to make kind of a video response because I know that the last time that I made a video, I was talking about making a spiritual series every Thursday and talking about different spiritual topics. And one of my lovely subscribers, I believe it was a skulls video that I did. Not a skulls video, but like I was talking about crystals and how I bought a book about crystal skulls, and I was kind of showing some crystal babies that I had and that kind of stuff. And I don't know if she wants me to mention her name, but she knows who she is. She was like, I noticed that you seem to do head work, and she was talking about how Santa Muerte was coming on strong with her, and she kind of just wanted some information and to know that if I like worked with her before. So I figured, what better way to answer her than do a quick little video. And for anybody else who maybe have a strong connection to La Santísima Santa Muerte. So I thought I would start with some facts and then talk a little bit about how to honor her and different ways that you can work with her. Of course, this is just a little overview. There's just a lot of information, but I thought, some information and kind of just, to get her started, and for anybody else who would like to work with her. And as you can see, I'm drinking my coffee because I just got my son off to school and the baby's still sleeping. So I figured, it actually gives me some time to make videos because it's kind of hard to juggle one. And I actually have no work this morning. I don't have work. I have a reading in about 2 hours, and then my day starts from there. So I figured, since I'm not doing anything right now, what better time than not to make a video? Okay, so Santa Muerte is a deity, or some would say a goddess energy, and she originates from Central America. Most people know her from Mexico, and she's very revered in Mexico. And basically, they traced her back to pre-colonialism from part of the Spaniards. So before the Spaniards took over Mexico, she was worshipped and honored by the original inhabitants, the Mayans, the Aztecs. So she was a very indigenous energy, and she's very controversial because some people are like, she's evil and she's bad and she's horrible, yada yada yada. And then there's people that are like, no, she's not. She's basically the goddess or the deity, the saint of death. Her husband, so she's the female version of the Grim Reaper, and she lives in the underworld. Okay, so with everything in life, to have perfect balance and harmony, we all have darkness and we all have light. And it's kind of following along those lines of that tradition. For us to have, for us to have new life, we have to transition. There has to be death in order to get rebirth, right? Something must die for something else to live. And this kind of just goes along those lines. Santa Muerte is believed to be the protector of souls. She lives in the underworld. She reveals the mysteries of the death. She used to be originally celebrated between the months of July and August, and then that changed to the Day of the Dead. She's portrayed as a skeletal figure, so she has a female body. She has the stick that the Grim Reaper, I don't know the name of it, I'm sorry. Where you cut the wheat with. I'm trying to think now. They have a car like that in Lenormand. I got a brain fart. I'm sorry, hon, but I can't think of the name. But it's the metal that you would cut wheat with. It looks like a knife, but it's not. It's a long stick. Okay, I feel dumb now. But anyway, so she's represented by that and scales because she believes in karmic law and divine justice. Even though she's very protective, if you mess with one of her children, she will go against you. If you disrespect her in any way, she will show you what she's made of. So she's a very tough deity, very powerful, very strong, okay? And she's celebrated, like I said, on Hallows Eve. She can be represented by the death card. So she's kind of translates to, because, you know, everybody has different cultures. She could be translated to Kalich. I think that's how you pronounce it. Like in the Druid craft. So she's like the goddess of death. She could be the Morgan in some cultures. In my path, because I do work with a death goddess, okay, she will be translated in Yoruba to Oya, which is in that tradition the goddess of death. So basically that's the energy you're working with. She helps with transition. She helps with, you know, big changes in people's life. She helps to empower the people that serve her. She's very known for, if she's going to help women who are oppressed. She's known for bringing back lost lovers and husbands and unfaithful. She's also known for imparting divine justice. If someone's doing some things to you, and that person happens to be a follower of Santa Muerte, and you're trying to do things, you know, magically to hurt somebody, Santa Muerte will do her divine justice. So it's what it's believed. She does like to have offerings, and it depends how Santa Muerte will come to you. There's different colors that she will come. So depending on the color, would be how she would want you to work with her. There's some portrayals of her with more of a rainbow colored gown. You have black, you have yellow, you have green, purple. So there's different aspects of Santa Muerte, la Santísima Muerte. So depending on the color that she comes to you, that would be the way that she will work with you. She's very good with working with ancestors and communicating with the dead. Offerings that she would like, okay, and I wrote these down just because I didn't want to forget. So if you're going to work with her, she would like a respectfully made altar, and the colors that she likes. And of course, there's much more information. I'm just giving you my experience, the things that I know. I don't claim to know everything, but red, brown, white, you know, that kind of cloth. She likes things like cigarettes or cigars, okay, because there are shamans that use her a lot as well, okay. Liquor, tequila, she has a specific perfume that she likes, Florida water, incense, mostly copal incense. If you're going to give her food, it will be apples, flowers. Usually she likes white, water, bread, candy, candles. So it would, depending, they have specific candles they make for her, and depending what aspect of her comes to you, that would be the color candle that you would dedicate to her. She likes soda, you know, soda kind of thing, or cash, okay. And again, she likes to work with the colors white, green, red, gold, black, etc. So again, it depends on how she is portraying herself to you. She does like someone to have an image, a actual statue of her in that altar, and to once a week change the flowers on there. Offerings are mostly, when working with her and other deities as well, it's kind of just, it's like people, like we, you know, in a lot of traditions, she's like, you know, they treat her like a person. So when you're trying to get to know somebody, sometimes, you know, a new neighbor or something like that, or somebody you meet and you're trying to start some type of relationship with them, even in dating, hey, would you like to go out for coffee sometime? Or would you like to do, you know, there's offers that we make to people in our everyday life when we want to get to know them, whether it's conversation or a physical thing that you're giving, some kind of exchange. So it's kind of that same mind thought with the deities. Like, so I'm going to give you this cigar, you know, this cigar. You can either smoke it on the image of her, or you could burn it on her altar, you know, or you could just have it there. There is a lot of shamanism in the Americas, like Central America, in the Caribbean, that tobacco happens to be a very important part of any practice or any type of offering to those specific deities. You will actually smoke for them and give them that as an offering. So, and you know, it depends if you're comfortable with that or not, but that, I have to be honest, that is a very big part of it. And if you can't, smoke, hey, I want to smoke some tobacco or whatever, that's fine. You can just give them the actual cigar, don't smoke it. But you will see that in a lot of homes if someone that practice shamanism or that form of shamanism and everything like that. So it's basically just giving them offerings in the beginning to kind of open up that relationship, get that communication going, and kind of just starting on that. And once you have that rapport with them, when you give their offerings, there's certain prayers that you offer to her. She likes certain kind of rosaries. She likes certain kind of prayers. She's really good with head work. So once you establish that relationship and she's pleased by the offerings you give her, she will be more than willing to work with you and protect you. And you can, build on that rapport and that relationship. And then offerings are given when she does a favor. She does expect an offering in return. She does dwell in, the underworld. So she can come on really strong in some type of moving water or even cemetery kind of energy. So even something as much as cemetery oil from a cemetery will be a nice offering as well. So she's good for necromancy depending on how she comes to one, and things like that. So she does help a lot with communications with the spirits. A lot of people that follow her really love Halloween. Like Halloween is a big deal in Mexico. The Day of the Dead, which is more of communicating with the ancestors. So I have worked with her on occasion, and she is a very powerful energy, but also energy I don't work with too much. It's kind of like she comes when she wants to come type of deal. And if she wants to work with you, she will let you know. So that kind of a thing. Okay, so much love, light, and blessings. I hope that I did that question a justice. Thank you so much, hon, for messaging me and wanting to know about La Santísima Santa Muerte. And hopefully you and her have wonderful workings together and that your relationship with her grows and grows. If you have any more questions, anybody else who's watching this video, thank you so much to my subscribers and for comments. Please like and subscribe. And most thing that I love the most, leave a comment below and let me know if you're digging the series. Are there specific deities from my tradition that you would like to know more about? Because I do plan to talk about specific deities and things like that on a weekly basis, or other topics and things like that. So much love, light, and blessings. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until the next video, bye.